Hi guys, it's Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, here to do a general energy report for you. It's a beautiful day outside. It's a week before Christmas. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tracy Newman. I'm from the Navigator's Tarot, which you can find me at Facebook and Instagram at the Navigator's Tarot. You can also find me on YouTube under Sleepy Wisdom, and if you would like a personal reading from me, you can also find me at my website, which is sleepywisdom.com. Okay, so we'll just have a look at the general energies for this week. The weather's been magnificent lately, which has been a godsend after the terrible weather we've been having. And so we will have a look and see what's going on this week, energetically wise. I feel a lot going on the galactic level. Okay. In the last few weeks, a lot of us have been experiencing almost like near-death experiences. A lot of us have been experiencing a lot of darkness being removed from our lives in the form of all sorts of things, clearings, sometimes panic attacks, vortices of energy moving up through the chakra systems and out through the top of the head. So a lot of clearing has been going on for a lot of us on an individual level and also planetary wise as well. So that's been ongoing for the last few weeks. As always, as this movement of energy comes through us and also goes without into the ethers, what then happens is it clears the way for new energies to come through. We have the card of victory here. So this is actually moving us into a new space and a new sense of awareness and of where we're going and what we're doing. Galactically, there's a lot of stuff happening as well. There has been an acknowledgement of the reclamation of the moon by the global alliances and the galactic alliances to do with the Space Force, but also to do with other alliances, galactic alliances. What else do we have here? The Emperor, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a very charismatic man, usually a man of action. So it would appear that right now we are moving from one world into another, but leaving behind, I guess, a legacy and being very creative about how we go into these newer energies. So leaving a lot of the old energies behind and moving into a greater sense of self-love for ourselves and therefore others. And as we move through this cycle of change and rebirth, death and rebirth, and moving into a state of individual presence of mind that makes us, I guess, look within and take full responsibility for our own actions as who we are as individuals and human beings on this planet Earth. We have the card of strength, which is also to the picture of the lion there, which is of course Christ in the form of the Lion of Judah, as the Christ consciousness comes down through onto the earth plane, through the lion energies, the Lion of Judah energies mentioned in the book of Revelation. It's interesting, many years ago, a few years ago, I was asked to clean out a house a few years ago now, and there was a lot of demonic energy in the house. And of course a little girl was being manipulated and somehow used as well, and by the darker forces within this house. Obviously the little girl is quite powerful, as a lot of the little ones are right now, But when the usual, because I usually work with Archangel Michael, Gabriel and Jesus Christ to remove any of these darker entities, Jesus Christ in that particular instance came in the form of the Lion of Judah, which I'd not heard of before, but then I was asked to go and look that up in the Bible and found, of course, the book of Revelations, where in the second coming of Christ, Jesus comes back in the form of the Lion of Judah to bring justice. So there is justice occurring in the land, and also too in the angelic realms, and also galactically as well. So there's a lot of things moving and making headway. A lot of energies moving, and we're making headway. The light is making headway. The Six of Cups, which is, of course, about nostalgia about the past. And of course, we are going to be leaving some of these old world ideas and remembrances in the past, and just remembering them. But we're going to have to leave those behind so that we can move into this new echelon of time, which is not linear, of course. It's interesting, on the back of these cards they have the time in the form of the matrix of the clock system, and that that we have been under for quite some time in the matrix of the 3D world. However, now we're going to be moving into a different time where things will be a little bit more fluid on some level, and we'll eventually work into the into an era of no time at all. And the Ace of Wands, which is about fast movement, but also to a very quick movement, but also the beginning of the movement. And also too, I'm seeing, like, if you look at the mechanics up there, and it's like the mechanics of a clock system, and on a timing system. It's also very mechanical, and what I see will be like the cogs turning one by one by one as we move away from these old earth energies into the new. So new beginnings in love for a lot of us. A lot of us will be experiencing as we clear out these old energies. And you know, there's been a lot of emotional stuff that's been coming up as well for a lot of us, only to be removed. As I say that, the Three of Swords comes up. It's about removing those swords from the heart center and moving forward into a greater feeling of love, generosity of spirit and forgiveness, as we move away from these old energies of unforgiveness, sadness and attachment to the old. So yeah, so there's some really fantastic energies as we move forward. You know, a lot of us have been experiencing a lot of really darker times as we've been moving out of these darker shadows within ourselves, as they begin to move and shift and shift out of us. But we are now going, as we move out those older energies, of course, that leaves space and a lighter feeling, and that is also beginning to occur in our outer world. We're beginning to see that as well. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that I need to, anything else for the energies of this week, which is the week before Christmas. So yes, as I said, the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is about going down quite deeply, but also to being left out in the cold. Oh, okay. Right. A lot of us are feeling left out in the cold because financially there have been some massive changes occurring. And even though it appears not to be a good thing, it is going to clear the way for some sort of new financial system to come in. Now, when I talk about the financial system, because I am getting it very strongly that there will be a new financial system come through. Some talk about the quantum financial system, and that is how I've always seen it. But I'm actually wondering now if it is something that none of us have ever really heard of before. Some have talked about Nasara, Jasara. It's, you know, it seems to be that that is not occurring. No one can really understand what that is, but I am picking up that there is a new financial system coming in. A digital currency doesn't really fit. I'm not really sure, and I cannot tell you because I really have no idea in what form it will come in. But I think we need to open our minds completely, not close it off to any particular system to come into place, because as with everything, the financial system, the old financial system, must be removed. And a lot of the darkness that has actually used a lot of programs to try and gain power over us and control over us, that is now being forced out. But of course, it will have to go through a death process. As with everything, everything must go through a death process. And as finances and our financial system is an energy, that too will go through a massive change. But how it will look, I have no real idea. Will it be digital? I'm starting to really go away from that. And it seems to me that that whatever system does come in, and if there is a new system, I mean, it may not even, I don't really know, but I'm feeling like there is one coming through, but it will be based more on a more solid thing that we can touch and feel, and will hold some value to the earth structure. So I'm not really sure, but I do feel like there is something coming, and I think what we need to do is not fixate on something like the quantum financial system or a Nasara, Jasara type thing. I feel like we may have to open our minds to something that may be in the works that we've not actually even seen before. And I really don't know what that would be. But I am picking up that there is a new financial system coming in. How it will look, I cannot tell you. I do not know. Yeah, so they're the energies at the moment. What I'm getting is allow things to die, allow things to fall, because what will be put in place will be so much better and so much more amazing than we could even ever imagine. But of course, we must go through the dying pangs first. We have look at that, the Three of Pentacles, which is about opening up to creativity and the way that we see our monetary value. So that is in the works at the moment, and also to the world coming to the end, which I think we are very much coming to the end of our financial system as we know it to be. And of course the Emperor is coming in, which is the masculine energy, and he is represents all four kings and can pass judgment and justice if needed. So that's all I have. Oh, the Ace of Cups too, which is about a newness in love. But I feel like the love energies are beginning to really manifest on the earth plane, and it is through us opening our heart centers to all that is, and allowing and trusting and having faith. And then we have the Sun, so that is also a masculine energy as well. So there's amazingly, fantastically good energies coming onto the planet, and of course first it must manifest through the heart center of ourselves. And of course, as it does that, we then open up the possibility of wonderment, magic, and love through these beautiful sun energies that are coming through onto the planet right now. So yeah, that's all I have for you this week. I hope that makes sense. And I shall see you again next week. Also, I have to say, I just looked at underneath the Ten of Cups. Have a great Christmas, everybody, and have this type of day where everybody gets together with families, has a lot of fun, and love reigns supreme. Okay, so yeah, there's the Ten of Cups if you can see it. A house, which is a castle, and two people very happy underneath the Ten of Cups, which of course is absolute happiness in love and family. Okay, so I'll see you guys again next week. Bye for now.